This Friday,
I love him. Whatever our souls are made of, his and mine are the same.
experience the greatest love story of all time.
Why did you leave me?
Why did you betray your own heart?
A film by Emerald Fennell,
Heathcliff.
Kathy,
Margot Robbie, Jacob Elordi.
kiss me and let us both be damned.
Wuthering Heights. Original songs by Charlie XCX. Only in theaters Friday. Experience it in IMAX. Rated R. Under 17. Not admitted without parent.
Maryland sports fans, there's only one sports book in the great state of Maryland with over 50 years experience booking bets and supporting customers. Betfred Sportsbook at Longshots is now open and is the only sportsbook in Frederick offering cash betting on football, basketball, world soccer, and more. Visit the Betfred Sportsbook at I-270 and MD-85 in Frederick, right next to Longshots off-track betting. Go to betfredsports.com for more information and your chance to win exclusive merchandise. Must be 21 or older. Play responsibly. For help, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The Cell Phone Legion raises their camera phones in unison at the beginning of every rock show. Concert goers who are there to see rock and roll ignore this distraction just to rock out. But when a man, a woman, decide to have a conversation during a rock and roll show, a loud conversation, it becomes distracting. It becomes aggravating. You have to ask yourself why these people are there. Why did they come? If they're not going to watch the show, if they're going to talk about everything from laundry to doctor appointments to their children to their work environment, these conversations could have been done in the car on the way there or at the after-show taco celebration. But no, men and women talking amongst themselves, talking to babysitters, FaceTiming their children. If you paid money to go see one of your favorite bands in concert, go there for the show. Don't distract others. Don't be entitled. Don't be rude. And for those that do, you have now entered Tales of the Douche. Welcome, everybody, to the world premiere, first episode of The Hook Rocks, Tales of the Douche.
The Douche!
What is Tales of the Douche, you might ask? Well, for all you rock fans out there, your concert goers, musicians, bands, this is your opportunity to vent. Vent your frustration on the distractions. The people annoying the shit out of you at concerts.
Inconsiderate.
Yes.
Inconsiderate passages.
While you're trying to watch a rock and roll show. And at some point during the show, you look at an individual and you go, what a fucking douchebag. That is the essence
Literally.
of Tales of the Douche.
The Douche!
Now, we've all experienced douchebags at concerts, shitheads, inconsiderate people, people that think they are the only ones that exist at the concert. You're trying to rock out. You're trying to have a good time. And let's just say this first. Rocking out, dancing, fists in the air, jumping up and down, completely acceptable at a rock and roll show. Completely acceptable, right? But
I think also if everyone else is doing it, it's helpful.
Well, yes, but I understand someone's need to, dance and rock out and fists in the air and have a good time. I completely accept that. I will not get annoyed at that individual. I will not refer to them in my head as a douchebag. But let's share our experiences of loud talkers. First of all, I forgot to welcome in our guest, our co-host of Tales of the Douche, is my concert buddy. Buddy, who has appeared on the Butch Walker episode, the cover band episode, who helped me intro the band Kodiak. And that is Mr. Chris Riccardo. How you doing today, Chris? What's going on?
I am doing awesome. Thank you very much. This is becoming quite the pleasure to be joining you on these things.
I hope it's not too much of a pleasure, because then you have a problem. So,
okay. It's not like that.
All right. Well, I got you. But Tales of the Douche, you and I have gone to dozens and dozens of concerts, hundreds of concerts, probably over the last half dozen years. And every show, we get an experience with an idiot, with a jackass, with a douchebag. Every show.
Single.
Every show. There's always at least one.
I was thinking they were just following us around, because I don't know how it happens every single time. I feel like they're repeat offenders out there.
Well, as we go into these episodes of Tales of the Douche, there will be a story of an individual that I had the experience of having them distract me and be douchey twice at two different shows. Completely
As I was saying that, I was thinking, I've heard this story before. Wait, there is a story about that. So, yeah.
Yes, we will get into that at a later episode. Today's episode is about loud talkers. You know, those people who think their circle of friends at the show are the only ones at the venue, and they talk about things like their laundry, their boss at work, the people they work with, who they're upset with on Facebook, how they're going to the gynecologist next week. It's just
true stories. All true stories.
All true stories. And they're talking loud because, of course, they need to, because they're at a rock and roll show. So you need to talk loud. But while they're doing that, they're distracting everybody at the show. Everybody hears about their gynecologist visit and what's wrong with their vagina. Everybody hears about the problems they have with their boss, how they're pissed off at their brother on Facebook or their sister or their friend or whomever. It's a distraction.
They piss off Jay Scott and almost get into fights.
See, I have a process. When someone's talking loud, right? I try to make eye contact with them. That's the first move. And the eye contact is like the equivalent to mob guy dead eyes. Like,
yeah, it's a signal. It's a signal. Something's not right.
Right. It's my attempt to be somewhat polite without going over there and cracking skulls. Okay. I mean, so I just try to get their attention. I just look at them. Like, just acknowledge
that you can hear them.
Yes.
Over everything else.
Yes.
You annoying douchebag.
So if that doesn't work, okay, then I give them the shrug of the shoulders with the hands up. Like the dude, like, what's your fucking problem? Shut up. And usually I get one of two responses when I do that. And you've experienced this. So I either get the, oh, sorry, man, sorry. Or I get the attitude back. Like, them talking is okay. And I'm the jerk for being upset about it.
You're the one in the wrong. Yeah,
I'm the one in the wrong. I'm the one in the wrong. And then, like, the third look is like, I'm going to kill you, cut you up into little pieces, and bury you around the city in garbage bags.
My favorite comment from you was like, have you ever been to a concert before?
Well, I do have this problem. Like, when someone's really upsetting me at a concert, I completely, this is the essence of the problem. This is why it's a problem. I completely forget about the show, and I start looking at them as to where I'm going to make the first incision of the knife when I start chopping them up.
Yeah.
You know, do I start with the
I'm
abdomen?
with you.
Do I start with the legs, the arms, the neck? Like, what do I do? And then, like, for like 2 minutes, I get wrapped up in how I'm going to dismember.
You're totally focused on the douchebag that won't stop talking, and you're trying to figure out how you can fix the situation. Yeah, I try not to get. My goal is to not get annoyed before I get to that point. I know that's different than your tactic, but you're right. My attention gets totally drawn off the fact that I'm there to see this particular band, and I can't enjoy myself because I'm really fighting the urge to get pissed. You know,
you're already distracted at a show. It's a foregone conclusion that when the show starts, a legion of cell phone cameras go up in the air and people start filming the show. That's a given. That's like to be expected, right? Because everybody needs these concert videos on their phone that they're never going to watch ever.
Never. Nope.
And when they're out of data...
Because the sound quality is so good on those too, you know?
Right, yeah. The sound quality is supreme on those cell phone cameras. And then, like, you know, when you're trying to delete files because, like, you're almost at your max on your phone, guess which ones get deleted first, folks?
Yeah.
Those concert videos that you filmed that bothered the crap out of everybody behind you. That's what gets deleted first. You may watch them once, okay? You know, when you're at Easter or Christmas or, you know, Flag Day barbecues, you pull out your cell phone, you're not going to be showing people concert videos from so-and-so band that came through town. And the person that you want them to watch doesn't want to watch them either. Like, they don't have any interest in seeing your poor quality videos with poor sound that's in the middle of a song that doesn't record the whole song, just a snippet. Meanwhile, you just caused a distraction for everybody behind you. But again, that's a foregone conclusion. That is the world we live in today. Is everybody has a camera on them. Everybody has something that can record, you know, recording device. It's with them everywhere. That is the state of the world we live in. Okay.
Hey man, you used to be that guy.
I used to be that guy. You're absolutely right. And then I realized what a douchebag I was being, and I stopped. Because I'm like, I'm being a douche. Because everyone's like distracted. And then the other aspect of the problem with filming shows on your cell phone is you're not present. You're not watching the show. You're watching through a lens. You're watching through a camera phone. So you're more interested. Your
mind is you're distracted.
You're distracted
from the show.
You are more
without realizing it.
Yes, you're more concerned about how the quality is, if you're getting everybody in the frame, what you're filming, getting the angle. You're not present at the show. Your mind is in a little screen, okay? And then when you leave the show, you don't even know if you had a good time because you really didn't experience a good time, okay?
Yeah.
I mean, tell me I'm wrong. Someone out there, tell me I'm wrong on that, and I'll buy you a gazoo. But my first memorable experience with Loud Talkers has to be the Rival Sons show in April of 2017, I want to say, or was it 2016? It was in the spring that year. You got tickets at the House of Blues, and you upgraded to the VIP seating, which...
Yeah, we got good tickets.
Yeah, it was right behind the soundboard, and I don't know how all the other House of Blues are set up. I don't know if they're similar or not, but in Chicago, there's the soundboard, and then there's like this raised platform behind you, and there's tables.
Yeah, it's like 2 or 3 steps up higher than everybody else, so it's a great view directly to the stage. It's awesome.
And this was the first time you and I had seen Rival Sons, right? I know it was the first time for me. Was it first time for you?
Yes, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so first time seeing this kick-ass band that you and I both wanted to see for a while. We really liked them. You know, we wanted to see how they were live. We heard good things. So we were excited. So we went to dinner before at the House of Blues restaurant. I had the shrimp and grits, which the Chipotle shrimp and grits, which remains one of my top 5 meals of all time. I get it every time I go to the Crossroads restaurant at the
almost every time.
Yeah, when they don't have private parties and the kitchen can make it. Remember that? Who did we see where I was like upset because I didn't get my Chipotle shrimp and grits?
Was that a Butch Walker show?
Was it the Butch Walker show, or was it Steel Panther?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember.
There was a bunch of people with us, and I almost broke down and cried. I needed my blankie when they told me.
I think that was the Butch show.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that was the Butch show.
The Butch Christmas show. So yeah, I ordered the Chipotle shrimp and grits, and they said, "Oh, we can't make it today because the kitchen's closed for a private party," and I almost broke down. And I needed comfort at that moment because all day long I
thought that kicked off your mood for the douches, but that was a different show.
That was a different show. We didn't really experience a lot of douches at the Butch Walker Christmas show, though.
No, it was because everybody's fucking cool at a Butch Walker show.
Everybody is cool at a Butch Walker show.
99%. 99%.
Yes, and we've been to plenty, but
yeah.
So anyway, we're at this show. We get our seats. You know, the opening act is playing, and I'm not really taking in the crowd at this point with the opening act. I'm kind of listening, but there's no one really distracting me yet because the place is probably half full at that point. You know, not everybody's there. So the Rival Sons show starts, and they come out and they're cranking, they're jamming, and you and I are blown away. Like, dude, these guys
speechless. Jaw on the table.
Total real deal. If you have not seen the Rival Sons, you have to go see them. I don't know if they're going to be playing smaller venues anymore. I think they're slowly building up. I think the last time they came to Chicago they played at the Aragon Ballroom, which is also the Aragon Ballroom, and that's a 2,000 seater, 1,800 2,000 seater, I believe. And what's House of Blues?
1,600, I think.
Okay, so it seems smaller than
comparable, but Aragon's got to be bigger than that.
Yeah, I think House of Blues is like 1,200 to 1,200. I don't know.
No, I played there and was I think we were pretty close to selling the thing out, so that's how I know the number.
Okay, well then maybe Aragon's bigger. Maybe Aragon's closer to 3,000, but nevertheless, the point is that Rival Sons is starting to move in terms of popularity, and good for them because they deserve it, because they're a great band. So
agreed.
Yes, so we're at the show being blown away by awesomeness of Rival Sons.
Yeah,
okay?
Sheer awesomeness.
I mean, just Jay Buchanan is just awesome. The singer, just a great voice. If you want to hear a singer like a mix between like a Paul Rogers, Robert Plant, totally, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So at the table next to us is 5 individuals that are talking. And as the show goes, they're talking louder and louder, laughing, cackling. Like they are not watching the show. They are completely oblivious to Rival Sons.
They're chit-chatters.
Loud
right
chit-chatters. Yeah, right next to us.
Yep.
So I do the look. The mob dead eye look, like I'm gonna crack your fucking skull, you know, if you don't shut up. But that doesn't work. They just keep plowing through, and they're in the midst of a conversation ranging from laundry to
literally talking about laundry.
They're talking about laundry at the Rival Sons show. Laundry.
Yep.
Like this could not wait. This could not wait for the car ride home. This conversation could not be taken care of on the car ride in, right? I mean, they probably took an SUV or a minivan based on the fact that there's 5 people. So there's plenty to talk about. There's, traffic in the city of Chicago is very prevalent, especially I think we were there on a Friday night or a Saturday night or something like that. Was it a weeknight? I don't remember. But nevertheless, there's always traffic into the city.
Yeah, regardless of the day.
Yeah. So they're talking about laundry. They're talking about work. They're talking about this, that. I mean, it's just, and it's loud, right? I mean, it's not like they're talking like you can barely hear them. They're talking amongst themselves.
Yeah, they were drinking pretty good too, so I think
that always helps. That always helps.
Getting a little lit up and obnoxious on top of it.
So then I give the second look. The second look is kind of like what are you doing here? What are you doing here? Why are you here? That kind of look. Like, You're not watching the show. Everyone can hear what you're talking about. Nobody wants to hear what you're talking about. Why are you here? Why? Why did you come? So then I decide to take the chicken shit way out of it and get the manager. Okay? When Jay gets the manager, that means I'm afraid of what I'm going to do to those individuals. So I need somebody to buffer me before I lose my shit. Okay? So the manager comes over. I'm like, they're being really loud. And we're being distracted. And she's like, yeah, I've said something to them already. So I'm not the only one. This is not me just being a prima donna and being a bitch. Like I am, thankfully, I believe we have strength in numbers at this point. So she goes over and says something to them again. And what do? What do they do, Chris? Tell the people what they do.
Is that when they started like, oh, it's too loud at a concert? Are we being too loud? And weren't they just kind of assholes about it?
And they came over to the table where we're sitting at. Like, not only are you distracting me from your table 10 feet away from me, now you're invading my space while fucking show's going on. What's wrong with you people?
Oh. Yeah, they didn't get it. Didn't get it at all.
Yeah, and then one guy's putting his hand on my shoulder, so now he's touching me, and I'm really uncomfortable now. I'm just pissed, and I'm trying to watch the show, and it's just I'm ready to go like just ballistic. But
DEFCON 4.
DEFCON 4 is like an inch away from happening, and I turn around, and if you remember, I turned around, and I think you didn't know what I was gonna do. You're probably like, oh shit, here it comes. And I turned around, I'm like, we're trying to watch the show. Can you leave us alone? Yeah. And like it totally like shut him up, because it was like, if you don't, shit's gonna happen. Okay. And they went back, and I think they left after that because they were gone. They didn't go back to the table. So,
I just remember it being pretty tense. Like a couple of the drunk ladies were kind of like just being obnoxious after that. Like, oh, don't. They're like shushing. They're like, shh, be quiet, don't be too loud. It's like, oh man, they're just going to be jerks now. And then I think they wound up finally leaving, and we got to enjoy the last 4 songs or something like that.
It was horrible. It really was.
Yeah.
All 5 of those people qualify as douchebags on the highest level. Like they are like supreme leader douchebags. Totally.
All-star douchebags.
Oh man. So then the manager comes, and she gives us her card, and she's like, anytime you guys need tickets or anything, let me know. We never took her up on it. I actually stayed away from that place for a while because I was so pissed. I'm like, I'm not going to a show here anymore. But you come to realize it's at every show. It doesn't matter if it's the House of Blues. It doesn't matter at what venue. It's every show. So what happens almost 2 years later at a Rival Sons show in the spring of 2019? I bring my son. First time he's ever seen Rival Sons. It's an all-ages show. I think you were on one of your wilderness hippie trips. Making sandals out in the desert in Utah or the mountains of Utah or whatever.
My Lord boards, my yucca sandals.
So we're at the show again. We do dinner. Crossroads is closed this time, to my disappointment, so I'm unable to get my Chipotle shrimp and grits. So we went up to the what's the room up there? The
foundation room.
The foundation room. And we get the apple slice thing that they had. Remember that? And then we got the
what was that? What was that?
Oh, it's like this. I don't know. It's just really good. And when they had the fried cauliflower, which is really good. It's really good stuff. Kind of like your yuppie-ish type stuff, but you're in the city of Chicago. When in Rome, do what the Romans do, basically. So we go down to the show, and to my surprise, it's not that packed. Like when we went down there, like we got good. There's no seats, but we got a good place in the general admission pit. We were probably the equivalent to like 3-4 rows, 5 rows back. And I'm like, wow, this is great. This is awesome. So the opening band is this band from Canada called the Sheepdogs, which are really cool. They got kind of like a Neil Young, Creedence type of thing going, kind of like a Southern rock type of vibe. They're from Canada, but they just jam. They're really, really good. So we were happy to see them, especially my son, who was all into them before the show. He's like, Dad, Sheepdogs are playing. They're really good. So Rival Sons comes on again, blowing me away, blowing the doors off the joints for their new album, their new tour, Feral Roots. Totally stoked about it. And then about 20 minutes in, everything just goes south. Everything just goes south. The people around me, the people in front of me, the people behind me. So let's start with the guy that's directly in front of me off to my left, okay? And this guy does not even say a word the whole show and does not move the whole show. In fact, to the point where I didn't know if it was a live human being because all I could see was his hoodie. I didn't know if it was like a stage prop. I'm like, this dude has not moved.
And where was he?
He was right in front of me to the left. So like pretty much even with my left shoulder. Like did not move. Okay. Like he would be a great like covert op Secret Service guy.
Is he like up against the rail or something?
No. Just standing, not moving. Not moving the whole hour and a half to 2 hours. Kid you not. I thought it was a little strange.
That's me.
I thought it was a little strange, but you know what? I'm not complaining. I got a guy who's dead silent, not moving off to the left of me. Things are good. It's a little odd, a little strange, but things are good. Off to the right of me and my son, we got Southside Johnny and 3 of his compadres, okay? And if you're not from Chicago, there's the north side and there's the south side, okay? Chris and I are from the north. Chris is really from New Jersey through Florida up through the north side of Chicago. I'm born and raised northwest suburbs, north side of Chicago. So there's a difference between south side and north side, and everyone can always tell the difference. If you go to a club like Reggie's downtown, you're going to get a lot of south side people, okay? And if you go to a place like the Aragon or the Riviera, it's mostly north side people, okay?
Yeah.
So they're fine. They're singing along. They're having a good time. The guy
basically, the south side guy has a White Sox hat on and a hoodie and jeans, and the north side guy has a Cubs hat on and cargo shorts and flip flops.
Pretty much. Usually
that kind of sums it up.
Usually, south side people are really into jorts, and if you're not familiar with jorts, those are jean shorts.
Yeah.
A lot of jorts on the south side. A lot of jorts
that hang down past your knees or somewhere.
A lot of
right in the middle of the kneecap.
A lot of shirtless driving from June 1st to September 1st in the south side.
Right.
Gold
chains kind of come to mind.
Yeah, gold chains. You got the Malouk, the Italian horns frequently being displayed in the south side around someone's neck. You've got a lot of leather jackets with sports logos on them, like not just plain black leather jackets. You've got like the Super Bowl 18 on the back, leather imprint on the jacket. You've got a lot of
totally leather.
Yes.
Leather.
and you've got a lot of, like I said, jorts.
A perception of an odor.
There is a different odor on the south side. Yes.
Perceived to have an odor, although you might not even be close enough to smell them. But just by the look of them, it's like, yeah, that guy smells.
A lot of sweaty people from the South Side. People,
Yeah.
I mean, I think the sweat glands on the South Side are way more active because they're closer to Indiana.
We're gonna get killed, dude.
A lot more sweaty people. You got the chemicals.
You change my name on the intro.
A lot of chemicals coming over from Gary, Indiana. Gary, Indiana is right off the south suburbs.
Yeah.
Has a very recognizable odor. I don't know if that gets into the water system.
Refineries.
Yes.
And,
yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that has something to do with the odor of the people on the South Side, but it does exist. It just does. You know? I mean, if you've been to the Forge, right? The Forge is in Joliet, which is like southwest.
Yeah.
Okay, that's hardcore South Side people. That's like
everybody smells like cigarettes.
Everybody's smoking. Everybody's like the laws of smoking that exist all around the country do not exist in the South Side, suburbs of Chicago. Nope. You know, everyone.
Yeah, I think even if the people don't smoke, they just still smell like smoke because they're from the South.
Yeah, it gets into the walls. It gets into the clothes. It's just you know, there's a lot of different places like on the South Side too. I mean, it's just different. It's like a totally different country. If you've ever been to the Chicago area and you've experienced the South Side and the North Side, it's completely different. So with that being said, okay. So the South Side Johnny and his compadres, there's 2 women, 2 men. I assume they're both husband and wives. And one of them is related to somebody. Maybe the women are, maybe the men are. I didn't have time to really figure it out. I didn't have time to care. I didn't ask any questions. I was just kind of accepting to the fact that they were next to me. And 4 songs into it, they started to be a distraction. And one woman in particular gets on the phone during the show.
Oh, jeez.
During the show. There is music playing at this point, and she's on the phone with her hand covering the other ear. Like that's going to help.
Oh, my.
From what I gathered during my distraction from them is that she's on the phone with her babysitter. Okay. Now, us both being parents, if we have to take a call or call our babysitter, we're going to go like outside, you know, like outside the venue, you know, where the doors are, where the sound is muffled, to have a conversation with a babysitter who's watching your children. Okay.
Your 8 kids.
Whatever. And she proceeds to scream into the phone, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. And she looks at her husband. I can't hear her. Well, no,
I can't hear anything she's saying.
No fucking shit. You're at a concert. You're at a concert. You can't hear people on the phone while a concert's going on. What is wrong with you? So then she decides to finally leave and go have a conversation, which she should have done from the very beginning. And then the guy looks at me. One of the guys was really tall, and I'm 6'2", so I'm not, you know, exactly an extra from the Wizard of Oz. So I'm 6'2". You're what, 6 feet?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're not, you know, we're above the average height of a human being on the planet, right? I think the average height is like 5'10", just under 5'11". So dude is probably like 6'4", or 6'5", right? So all of a sudden, he puts his arm around me. And then he puts his arm around my son, and he starts talking to my son.
What?
And this is all while the show's going on, right?
Oh, jeez.
So he takes his arm off my son, and then my son looks at me. I go, what was that all about? And he's like, I'll tell you later. Apparently, he was asking about me being his brother. Now, I'm 45 years old, okay? And I look probably between 40 and 45, maybe late 30s, but between, you know, I don't look like I'm 14 years old or 15 years old, okay? I have a goatee. There's no reason anyone would think my son and I are brothers. So he's
depends on what influence you're under at the time.
Yeah. So then, directly in front of me, front row, woman sitting front row, okay? This is all happening within like a 10, 15-minute span of time, okay? And you know me, dude. I'm like incredibly frustrated. My shoulders are starting to like, you know, kick out. My elbows are starting to kick out. I'm starting to get like, you know, the blood is starting to boil a little bit.
Sweat.
Yeah, I'm starting to get like
sweat on your forehead.
like I'm gonna freaking go at it. Directly in front of me is a woman FaceTiming her child at the show. FaceTiming her child.
Is this a different person?
This is completely different. So let's set it up.
Same group?
Different group. So let's set it up. So I got mannequin guy directly off to my left who's not moving. I don't know if he's really alive. I don't know if it's a stage prop. I got Southside Johnny and his compadres off putting his arm around me. The wife of one of the dudes is on the phone yelling at her babysitter because she can't hear her because she's at a rock and roll show. And dead center is Blondie with her phone out FaceTiming her son. And this is all happening like within 10 to 15 minutes of each other. Then off to the left of Blondie FaceTiming, I got dude with a hairpiece, okay, dry humping his girlfriend or wife next to her.
Oh, my.
Like, dry humping, okay? Because she had jeans on, he had jeans on. They were both up near their waist. They were, the pants were not down near the feet or the ankles, folks. And you could see him thrusting into her. And I'm just thinking to myself, where the fuck am I? What has happened to my rival son show? What has happened to me enjoying this concert?
With your son witnessing all of it.
With my son witnessing every single moment of it. And he's seeing
Dad,
me.
where did you take me?
And he sees me just like, he's looking at me because he knows the look, like when I'm ready to And I kept calm, and I'm just gonna enjoy this. I'm just gonna accept the fact that I'm around people that are douchebags. I'm counting at least a dozen douchebags with me around me during the whole show. Yeah. So both times.
Sounds like it's a good thing I did miss that one.
Both times rival sons. Both times at the House of Blues.
Wow.
I don't know. I don't know why people talk at a show. Because even Southside Johnny and his compadres, when the wife came back, they were still talking amongst themselves. In fact, two of them had their backs turned to the stage as the show's going on, man. And they're talking amongst themselves. And I'm just like,
why even be there, man? Why even be there?
Why are you here? Like, stay home. Yeah,
they don't care.
Yeah.
They're not interested. They can't hear each other's conversation. So, and then they're ruining it for people around them. It's like, why even be there?
It was horrific. It was, and it's a ongoing theme for you and I who go to these shows and have to deal with these people. Like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah,
what are you doing?
I just feel like I attract them. They're attracted to me. They all surround me. Man. So have you ever done this? Have you ever reached out to somebody or someone you knew was at the show and you didn't maybe plan on seeing them there, but you wound up meeting them there and kind of hanging out, and then the show starts and they don't stop talking?
I've had that happen to me.
What do I do now?
I've had that happen to me. Yeah.
I think we went to a show with someone we've never been with, and I think he was talking the whole time. It's like, dude, and it's like so awkward because it's kind of like they say something, and I'll just look at it and go, yeah, shake my head, and then turn back around and watch the band, like constantly, like they don't get the hint. It's like, dude, just stop talking to me. I'm not engaging in conversation right now.
Was that at the Butch Walker Christmas show at the House of Blues?
Yeah, that was one of them, and then I've been to another one, seeing some, virtuoso guitar player type thing where it's like, I just want to see this guy and have him blow my mind, and my buddy is yapping my ear off next to me. It's like, dude, no, stop.
See, that's why I think you and I enjoy going to shows together, because we don't have to stand next to each other. Sometimes you go and go stand somewhere else, and I'm somewhere else, and it doesn't bother us. Right? It's like whatever, dude. You're over there. I'm over here. I'm enjoying the show. I could care less if you're next to me. If you're 10 feet behind me, who cares? I'm watching the show.
Sometimes I don't want to deal with the people, so I'll just hang out in the back. It really depends on, I guess, the show and who it is and how I'm feeling. Because sometimes I'm like, fuck it, and just bash up to the front. Sometimes I'm like, I don't want to deal with people at all tonight. And then, there's always this 50% chance you're going to kill someone. So, that's a deterrent from standing next to you as well.
Yeah. I think
I don't want to get in a fight tonight. I'm just going to stay in the back.
Now, just to announce this, I have never gotten into a fight at a show. Okay, I have never, at least since I've been like my early 20s. That's a different story. But since I've been adulting and a parent and a professional, I have not gotten in a fight. I've been close. Yeah. I've thought about it, but when I was younger, I always used to laugh at like the 45, 50-year-olds getting in fights and stuff like that. And I don't want to be looked. I don't want to do that unless the guy comes at me or someone comes at me. I'm not going to partake in that. But the thought is there. The out of body experience does happen. I do see myself like pummeling someone, but I'm able to control myself.
It also just creates like a negative vibe, when stuff like that's happening.
Yes.
You can't relax and get back into the show. It's hard. You have to get away. You have to separate yourself from those people, Yeah,
you really do.
You never know what these douches are going to do either, say something to them. They might throw a swing,
Well, that's the thing. Like when you do call somebody out on loud talking, they act like you're the jerk, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like when someone cuts you off in traffic and you honk the horn, they give you the finger. Like, dude, you just cut me off.
Right.
Like, I'm allowed to honk. I'm allowed to go, I'm allowed to do that because you were just a jackass in traffic. I don't know. I think it's a reflection on society. It is just what happens now. People are in their own world. They're in their own reality. They are not considered. They're not empathetic of the people around them. It's the same thing. I was at a Blackberry Smoke show, the one that I went to with my son again, and you went with me the next night or 2 nights after. You went to the one in Rockford.
I can't wait for those guys to come back again.
Totally, man. They're working on a new album, so that should be. So my son and I are at the show in Waukegan, Illinois, which is a north suburb of Chicago near the Wisconsin border.
Yeah, almost Wisconsin.
Yeah. And they play the Genesee Theater, great venue, one of those old vaudeville theaters and that, small towns used to have. They used to show movies at them, and they used to have the vaudeville acts at them. So now a lot of them have been turned into concert halls. So we go see Blackberry Smoke, and it's an acoustic setting, right? It's like a stripped-down, laid-back setting. Blackberry Smoke was tremendous. So opening act plays. The opening act is Ida Mae, which is one of my favorite new acts. Oh, my God, it's a husband and wife.
Amazing.
Absolutely awesome. So at that point, the theater's probably about 40% full at that point, because there's not a lot of people going to see Ida Mae. I think a lot of Blackberry Smoke fans are still out in the bar area and whatever. So Blackberry Smoke comes on, they start playing, and like 2 songs into it, this large group of people come into the show. That in itself is distracting when 20 people just decide to come into the show. And they all know each other, and they're all laughing and cackling and everything. And they sit down probably 6-7 rows behind us. And it's like, dude, like a show's going on. Respect the band that's playing on there. Blackberry Smoke fans do carry a odor of a green leafy substance with them. Nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah.
But these people sit down, and 2 guys in particular are just talking really loud, purposely talking loud to be a distraction. You know how when you can tell someone's just doing it to get attention? And I turn around, and I do the mob guy dead eye look. And it worked. It worked the first time. They sunk down in their seats, and you didn't hear a peep from them the whole show. because I also think too some of their friends are like, shut the fuck up, man. Come on, dude. So I think there was a little bit of that involved. I don't think it was just all my look of intimidation, but so again, it's like people think that they're the only ones that exist in a room at a concert venue. You see it everywhere. When one of the biggest things that I hate is when I'm out and about at a store running errands and people are talking on their cell phones while they're shopping. Very rarely do I carry on a conversation in a public place. Very, very rarely.
Well, when people have their earbuds in and they're talking with someone and you have no idea if they're talking to you or not because they're just walking by and they just say something and you're like, what? Sorry.
You don't know if they're you don't know if they're crazy or not. You don't know if they're just talking to themselves. You have no idea identifying someone who's got an issue. But that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, I feel rude doing that.
Yeah, or like when people walk in the grocery store and they're on the phone, but they don't have the earbuds. They have the person on speaker, and then they're talking. So now you're getting both ends of the conversation. One's all distorted. The person's yelling in the speakerphone, and you're just trying to buy, peanut butter. And I got to deal with someone talking about, don't forget the toilet paper, Nancy.
Yeah.
So it's just how people are now. People are very into themselves and who they're with, and they don't care about anybody else. I mean, if people really cared about the person next to them or whatever, it has everything to do with just being respectful to the human being that you're next to. Just be respectful. And that's our story for today, kids, is that when you do go to a concert and you do go to a show, be respectful of the people around you. Know that people are there to hear music, have a good time, rock out. They don't want to hear your conversations. They don't want to hear what's on your mind. They're there. They paid good money, as did you, to see a rock and roll show. So in the future, boys and girls, when you do go to the concert, when you do go to a show, mum's the word. Quiet. Enjoy the show. Get the fist in the air and rock out. Dance up and down. Do whatever you want. But conversations need to end when you walk in the hall or when the band gets on stage. And that is our public service announcement today for Tales of the Douche. Myself and Chris Riccardo enjoy your company. We enjoy you stopping by and listening. And we look forward to the next episode of Tales of the Douche.
The Douche.
Maryland sports fans, there's only one sports book in the great state of Maryland with over 50 years experience booking bets and supporting customers. Betfred Sportsbook at Longshots is now open and is the only sports book in Frederick offering cash betting on football, basketball, world soccer, and more. Visit the Betfred Sportsbook at I-270 and MD-85 in Frederick, right next to Longshots off-track betting. Go to betfredsports.com for more information and your chance to win exclusive merchandise. Must be 21 or older. Play responsibly. For help, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
How many discounts does USAA Auto Insurance offer? Too many to say here. Multi-vehicle discount, safe driver discount, new vehicle discount, storage discount, legacy.
How many discounts will you stack up? Tap the banner or visit USAA.com/auto discounts. Restrictions apply.